similar like a safe and secure options. And third thing is investing the money. So how to invest and grow our wealth. This is the third part which we are going to discuss. Okay, and now we are going to focus only on third part. We don't discuss the other parts because it's a private capital circle. Even in third part there are two things. Okay, one is growing money, second is multiplying the money. Okay, so whenever you want to grow your money, it might be like mostly it is for long term. So SIPs, systematic investment plan, or SWP, or equity stocks, all these things we do use. So when it comes to the final part, multiplying the money, this is the hardest part. So whenever we try to multiply money, there are lot many problems or lot many fraudsters in the market, and they try to make us invest and lose money. So now we are going to deep dive into multiplying the money part. Okay, I hope everyone understood. Please raise your hands. It's a small exercise. Okay, thank you. So yeah, how many of you are already investing in PMS, portfolio management services? One. Okay, two, three, good. How many of you are doing investments in AIF, alternate investment funds? 2, 3, 4, good number, but not great number. Okay, how many of you doing at least mutual funds investments? Equities, okay, fine. Stock market? Nice, okay. How many of you are in BNI? Okay, good, ex-BNI, okay, nice. So, yeah. And I think final question, how many of you are from working, that means ekadaina job chestunaru, how many of you are from business? Just working, please raise your hands. Okay, business, okay, it's a mix, then okay, fine. So the complete psychology will differ from business people to employee segment. So anyway, I will cover both and then make you understand how private investments works and how you can multiply money faster. Okay, so most investors, if you see, lose 2 to 5 crore in their lifetime, not because they don't earn, but because of wrong decisions. When it comes to money, we need to take decisions, and the more money you have, the more financial decisions you need to take. And financial decisions are, it's a responsibility of us, and if we take any wrong financial decision, we lose money. And knowingly or unknowingly, majority, if we see, even in mostly in Hyderabad, 2 to 5 years we could able to calculate majority people losing money because of wrong decisions. Okay, so how many of you are confident on 100% confident on financial decisions you took in the last 5 years? Yeah, I took certain kind of a financial decisions, and I am 100% confident that these are perfect for me. Only one hand raised. So how many of you are CAs here, chartered accountants? Second, if I audit your last 3 investments, are you sure you didn't lose at least 5 to 10 lakh in the opportunity lost? If any professional, not only me, if any professional audit your finances or audit your financial decisions, last 3 investments, are you sure that you didn't lose at least 5 to 10 lakh rupees in that investments? Do you have a system or a framework to take financial decisions? Because once you started earning, you have to take decisions, financial decisions. Do you have any system or a framework to take decisions? Yeah, if I need to buy a particular property, real estate, or if I wanted to invest some lump sum 10 lakh or a 50 lakh or whatever the amount. Okay, I have such a certain framework. So based on this, I will take decisions. This is the point A, and this is the point B, this is the point C. This is the checklist I do follow, and by filtering this, whatever comes out, I do take decision. Any of you have any framework to take a financial decision? This is the most important, right? And we know how we get private deals or investments. WhatsApp, friends, yes, seminars like this, or a webinars, or a market noise. So in Instagram and YouTube, people keep telling about certain opportunities. We'll go and find it, and then we'll check at one point of time, we will take a decision. This is the common pattern many people following to take or to find out any kind of private deals. And 2024, I was with a capital of 5 CR. Okay. And I was looking for right opportunities to invest. This 5 CR నేను ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, సో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయడానికి హైదరాబాద్లో లాట్ మచ్ నాకు కనెక్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఎనీహౌ, బట్ ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ రీల్స్లో వీటిలో చాలా వస్తూ ఉంటాయి కదా యాడ్స్ అనేవి మోస్ట్లీ. సో ఐ స్టార్టెడ్ లుకింగ్ ఎట్ ఇట్ అండ్ ట్రై టు స్టార్టెడ్ అనలైజింగ్ దోస్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ వన్ బై వన్. ఓకే, అండ్ one opportunity we analyzed, we understood it is not correct. And the second opportunity we analyzed, it is not correct. So it's a 5 crore investment, so I should not lose that money. I have to multiply that money. Okay, and ee process lo emaindante one by one we started analyzing. We completed 30 investments and I found out only one investment is the right opportunity to invest. 30 investments lo one opportunity. What about the remaining 29? So 29 appear to be too good, but in line మనం చూస్తే డీప్ డైవ్ చేసి చెక్ చేస్తే కనుక there are many frauds, wrongs happening, especially హైదరాబాద్ మార్కెట్. మీరు చూసుకుంటే if you are able to access a certain deal, majority times it is a wrong deal. A normal middle class people could able to access one deal, okay, and it is a multiplying the money faster అంటే కనుక definitely it is a fraud deal. అండ్ ఇంకా లోవర్ మిడిల్ క్లాస్ పీపుల్ సెగ్మెంట్కి వెళ్తే కనుక ఇంకా ఇట్స్ లిటరల్లీ ఫ్రాడ్స్. మనం TV9 న్యూస్ ఛానల్స్లో అన్నీ చూసేది అవే, చిట్టీస్ రిలేటెడ్, ట్రేడింగ్ రిలేటెడ్ స్కామ్స్ ఇవన్నీ వస్తూ ఉంటాయి కదా. సో ఇట్ షుడ్ వర్క్అవుట్ బై లక్లో వర్కౌట్ అవ్వలేదు అంటే కనుక దే లూజ్, అండ్ హయ్యర్ ఛాన్సెస్ ఆఫ్ లూజింగ్ ద మనీ ఓన్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు మల్టిప్లైయింగ్ ద మనీ. ఓకే, సో ది ప్రైవేట్ క్యాపిటల్ సర్కిల్ అనేది వీ స్టార్టెడ్ టు మేక్ ష్యూర్ యూ విల్ గెట్ ద సక్సెస్ఫుల్ డీల్స్ ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ లూజింగ్. ఓకే, అండ్ ఇందులో ఎలా ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్స్ ఎలా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలి, ఎలా ఫైనాన్షియల్ డెసిషన్స్ తీసుకోవాలి అనేది వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్. ఓకే, అండ్ బిఫోర్ దట్ ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు జస్ట్ చెక్ యువర్ డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్ పవర్ and understand how you taking decisions. Okay, and it's a basic level. I will give you one task here. So based on that, try to give me your option. Any option is fine. Okay, the task is I want to sell a property. You will get it in real time. Okay, I want to sell a property. Option A, the property was purchased in 2020 with 10 lakh rupees and the current price is 24 lakhs. Okay, I wanted to sell this. Option is 24 lakh I will get. Option B, I purchased a property with 3 lakh rupees in 2000 and the current value of the property is 40 lakh. Now, if it is you, which property you sell and which property you keep? I want to divide you guys based on this. How many of you category A? How many of you category B? Let's assume you have a requirement of 30 lakhs and the same kind of a return or a same kind of growth you can expect in next 10 years also. Let's assume. Okay, to make it easy to calculate or to make it easy to understand. Of course, CS can tell, but apart of CS, which property you keep and which property you sell. Let's assume the growth is same for the next 10-20 years. Okay, land I wanted to sell and make money out of that, and don't think complicated like దానిలో ఇంకా గ్రోత్ ఏముంటుంది, చుట్టుపక్కల ఆర్ఆర్ వస్తుందా, ఈ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ డోంట్ థింక్. ఓకే, జస్ట్ ఇట్స్ లెట్స్ అస్యూమ్ ఇట్స్ ఎ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ and the similar kind of a growth you can expect for the next 10-20 years. Okay, property A, you invested 10 lakh in 2020 and it became 24 lakh. Property B, you brought the property for 3 lakh and it became 40 lakh. So now Raise the hands if you choose property A to sell. You wanted to sell least grown or the less return property in this two. So, example, let's assume fixed deposits. Fixed deposit A gave 7% return. Fixed deposit B gave 10% return. Okay, and when you wanted to sell, what you will sell? When you wanted to liquidate, 7% one, right? The same way here. So property A, how many of you want to sell? You have to choose one. Property B, how many of you want to sell? So 3 lakh grown to 40 lakhs, you want to sell. Why? How? Okay, I want to complicate little more. There is a property C which you brought for 10 lakh rupees in 2005 and now the grown price is 1 CR. Fine, let's see a calculation. So, what is the property A? 10 lakh? Okay, it became 24 lakhs. Okay, property B? 3 lakh rupees became? Property C? So to know, you must know a calculation. It is a rate calculation. I don't know how many of you know here. So you need to understand what return it generated. Okay. Property A gave 16% return. Okay. So is it good return or bad return? Okay. We'll copy paste the same formula. Property B gave 10.48% return. Okay. Property C gave 12% return. So which gave low return? Property B, right? So if you sell property B, because we expected the next 10 years also same kind of a growth, you will have more money with you because property B is not that much growing compared to property A and property C. Clear? Fine. But most of us choose. So that is the Excel sheet you have seen. This is how usually you need to take decisions with a proper framework or a proper decision making mechanism. And majority people will not have that mechanism and they just take decisions randomly, and whatever the property they wanted to sell, they just sell like that. Okay. Is it the best decision or not to sell property A? Okay. Let's assume property which gave, that means property A, which gave how much? Is there any better alternate? If the same money kept in, that means 3 lakh rupees if you invested in a Nippon India Growth Fund, here how much it became? 1.2 crore in a least case scenario. 3 lakh rupees, the same 3 lakh rupees if you invested in Nippon India Growth Fund. Even ICICI Prudential Multi-Cap Fund, it gave 35 lakhs to 60 lakh in between. Okay. So, alternate segment we don't check much. Fine. This is the 10 lakh calculation. So, 10 lakh became here 24 lakh, right? So, Nippon India Growth Fund, the same funds I didn't change. It gave 33 lakh in this scenario. HDFC Flexi Cap is 27 lakh. And what about liquidity? Now I needed only 10 lakhs. Can I sell my real estate property and make? No. And here I am not promoting equities, just I am telling you the other alternate options. Okay. So there are alternate options where you can multiply your money faster if you know about alternate segment. Okay. మీకు అది రెండు వచ్చాయి, ఒకసారి రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ డీల్ వచ్చింది, ఈక్విటీ డీల్ వచ్చింది. సో ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఇన్ అ పొజిషన్ టు టేక్ ఎ డెసిషన్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ టూ అండ్ యూ టుక్ ఎ డెసిషన్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఓకే. బట్ యూ ఓన్లీ గాట్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ డీల్ అండ్ యూ టుక్ డెసిషన్ and you are investing in that. That is not the right way. So my recommendation to you is you should have options to create multiply wealth. Okay, so this is how actually serious capital built, so they know how to multiply the money faster. Most investors focus on products, sophisticated investors focus on structure. Very less people have a proper structure to create wealth. The difference between affluent and wealthy is the decision architecture. So they will have a framework. So ఈ particular category లో నేను ఎలా decisions తీసుకోవాలి, ఈ particular scenario లో I need to decide on this. So this is how they will go through certain framework systems and decision making things. Okay, but majority of our middle class segment they don't choose decisions, they choose emotions. So అక్కడ RRR వస్తుంది, లేదంటే ఫ్యూచర్ సిటీ వస్తుంది, లేదంటే ఇంక వేరే ఏదో వస్తుంది అని చెప్పి వీల్ టేక్ డిసిషన్స్. వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు మ్యూచువల్ ఫండ్స్ అండ్ ఆల్, ఇప్పుడు మార్కెట్ ఫుల్ డౌన్ అయింది లేదా మార్కెట్ ఫుల్ అప్ అయింది, వీల్ టేక్ డిసిషన్స్. అండ్ గోల్డ్ బాగా గ్రో అయిపోతుంది, సిల్వర్ బాగా గ్రో అయిపోతుంది అని వీ విల్ టేక్ డిసిషన్స్. అండ్ బై ద టైమ్ దట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కమ్స్ టు అస్, ఇట్స్ ఆల్రెడీ గ్రోన్. ద ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే బై ద టైమ్ వీ నో దట్ డీల్ దట్ ఆల్రెడీ గ్రాన్. హైదరాబాద్ మార్కెట్ మాదాపూర్లో కొంటే హౌ మచ్ ఇట్ మైట్ బి గ్రాన్? మాదాపూర్ ఆర్ గచ్చిబౌలి, డిడ్ వి గెట్ యాక్సెస్ దట్ టైమ్? Do we have information? But we got information for Amravati and all the people stuck there 10 years back. Yes, so this is what happening. And gold and silver, we invest, majority people invested at 4 lakh silver, 4 lakh, 3.5 lakh people invested, and it is not growing and it is falling down. Right? So every opportunity we receive at the end. So timing matters here when you are receiving the deal, even though it's a best opportunity. Okay, సో ఇప్పుడు చూసుకుంటే కనుక హైదరాబాద్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ ఆల్రెడీ గ్రోన్ మల్టీఫోల్డ్. ఇంకొక ఆర్ఆర్ అని చెప్పి రోడ్ వస్తుందని చెప్పి, ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ వస్తుందని, నిమ్జ్ అని ఏదో చెప్పి, నౌ దే ఆర్ ట్రైయింగ్ టు సెల్ ఈవెన్ నారాయణ్ ఖేడ్. ఎక్కడది నారాయణ్ ఖేడ్? సో పీపుల్ సెల్లింగ్ ఇట్ అండ్ పీపుల్ బయింగ్ ఇట్. సో ద డీల్స్ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఆర్ వెరీ బ్యాడ్ డీల్స్. And once already any grow అయిపోయిన తర్వాత we are receiving the deals. So rich people getting deals in advance and they are multiplying multiplying their money faster. So the rich getting more richer, middle class and poor. Of course poor segment they are stuck in frauds and nonsense products లో వాటిలో కంప్లీట్ స్టక్ అయిపోతున్నారు. మిడిల్ క్లాస్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి we are in between. ఒక డీల్లో ఫుల్ డబ్బులు వస్తాయి, ఇంకొక డీల్లో డబ్బులు పోతాయి. ఒక ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ లో ఫుల్ మనీ మల్టిప్లై అవుతుంది, ఇంకొక ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ లో స్టక్ అయిపోతుంది. సో యావరేజ్ చూసుకుంటే వీ విల్ గెట్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్, మధ్యలోనే వస్తుంది తప్ప వీ డోంట్ రీచ్ ద టాప్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ మనీ. ఓకే, వీ వాంట్ టు ఫిక్స్ దట్. దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ దిస్ సెమినార్. సో ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్? ఓకే, ఫైన్. More information does not create best decisions or a better decisions. We have to have a proper framework to do that. The biggest wealth destroyer మన మిడ్లా సెగ్మెంట్ లో చూసుకుంటే కనుక ఇట్స్ అన్స్ట్రక్చర్డ్ క్యాపిటల్ అలొకేషన్. We don't have a proper structure for our money. Okay, wealthy investors optimize allocation before they chase returns. So we always look for the returns. ఇప్పుడు ఈ ప్రాపర్టీలో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేస్తాం, లేదంటే ఈ పర్టికులర్ ఈక్విటీలో స్టాక్ లో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేస్తాం, ఈ మ్యూచువల్ ఫండ్స్ లో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేస్తాం, గోల్డ్ అండ్ సిల్వర్. సో ఎక్కడ నాకు బెటర్ రిటర్న్ వస్తుంది? We always chase returns. We don't allocate proper structure or a money optimization gan cheyam. But the wealthy investors, what they do is equity ki in the percentage. Even equity lo kuda small cap, mid cap, large cap, multi cap, gold and silver metals and international investments, like that they do structure there. When it comes to real estate, commercial how much percentage and residential how much percentage, self consumption related how much percentage they allocate, they structure it. Okay, and even silver metals related చూసుకున్నా, physical gold how much I should keep, and ETFs లో ఎంత ఉండాలి, E-related, they will have a clear-cut structure to divide their money into multiple parts, and they diversify that so that even I have seen people, even we did for many people, gold and silver law SIPs like monthly investments we started 10 years back, and it didn't give return for more than 8 years. Suddenly it spiked up. Even we didn't withdraw. We will keep investing for the next 10 years. We didn't redeem. We didn't make profit out of that. We keep investing. That SIPs keep running, or that equity allocation is keep running. We know that again one more trend will come. That time it will grow better than this. That time if we have a need, we will withdraw and keep money in fixed deposit. Okay, we redeem that. So based on our need and requirement, we need to have allocation, and we need to set goals and work on it. Okay, so the private capital circle is designed in that way. So it's a closed door forum for investments and private opportunities. So the alternate segment I wanted to show it to you today so that you can understand better. So majority HNIs, ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంట్ మనం చూసుకుంటే కనుక 7 lakh plus investors ఉన్నారు HNI segment లో. 50% of the money is into FDs and cash, fixed deposit and cash, and 5.65 lakh crore is into AIFs, alternate investment funds. Okay, and less than 3% is into private deals. PMS has 32 lakh crore in the portfolio as per 2024 reports. So recent గా మీరు చూసిన big FD ఎవరిది? Vijay Anthony na? He has all the access, right? The best of the best advisors, right? But where he kept money, it's right for him because he's running a political party. He needs money urgently. If he keep money in equities, now March lo చూసారు కదా, sorry April, right? So that's how it happens. For him it is right, but usually for his profile it is not right. Right? How much would be in equities? It's less than 1 year in equity, right? So of course for him it is okay. His earning potential is very high. When your earning potential is high, even if you do mistakes, it will work out. And when your earning potential is not that high, you have to take decisions very carefully. So how do you take decisions? By learning about it. So you need to read books, you need to attend seminars, you need to attend webinars. So you will get a lot of exposure. Exposure will give you an idea on how to take right decisions. Okay. So thank you for coming here and attending this. So my name is Vaasu Challa. I help people on taking financial decisions correctly. And of course, sometimes I do take decisions on behalf of people and guide them to reach bigger goals. So in this process, I will ask them majority times, what is your goal? 5 year, 10 year, 20 year, or 100 year. Even there is a segment of 1000 year also, but I never listened to anyone in that segment. So I do guide people from 10 year. It starts with 10 year and to 100 year to the majority. And there are people who are like 1000 year. They are eligible, but they are not thinking in that way. But I started working with them. Okay. First, I do set goal for them because majority people doesn't have a proper fixed goal. So how many of you have 10 crore goal? Sure shot you will reach. Okay. 25 year, 100 year. Sure shot. Plan. Okay. Now, how many of you have a financial plan?
Setting is different and achieving is different. To be positive, always think about growth.
That's true, but if we don't have strategy, it's like a wish.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wish people to set goals. It will open our mind to think and learn about it, at least. So majority people who doesn't have goals, at least e kind of goals learn value, they are sitting at home. They don't even come to seminars, they don't learn anything because they don't know what to do. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఒక పాత్ కరెక్ట్గా ఫిక్స్ అయింది. ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు ట్రావెల్ విజయవాడ, సో వీ విల్ బి ఆన్ ద రోడ్ ఆఫ్ విజయవాడ అట్లీస్ట్, ఆర్ బెంగళూరు ఇఫ్ ఐ సెట్ ఎ టార్గెట్. లేదంటే హైదరాబాద్ గల్లీలో తిరుగుతూ ఉంటా జస్ట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ కార్ అంటే. ఎస్, సో టు బి ఆన్ దట్ రోడ్ అట్లీస్ట్ వీ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ ఎ గోల్. యా, So first I do set goals and I help them to achieve through a particular strategy or a framework, depends on certain things. Okay, and sometimes there might be a mindset block, sometimes it might be a habit block. We will fix it. So that's how I have a framework or system, so I do help in that. And since last 12 years I am working on this. So since 2014 I am working on financial consulting. Of course I do charge fee and then guide them, instead of like a typical mutual fund distributors or insurance agents who rely on commissions and give the wrong advice. Okay, so we do charge fee and then guide the people in a right direction and make them achieve faster. Okay, right now I am managing around 200 CR of fund. So majority people take decisions either with a FOMO, fear of missing out, or they don't take decision. Majority people either ఎంటర్ అయిపోతారు డీల్స్లోకి, రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ అయినా ఈక్విటీస్ అయినా ఏదైనా కానీ, మెటల్స్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఇస్, దే ఎంటర్ ఇన్ టు దట్ బికాస్ వీఆర్ మిస్సింగ్ అవుట్. ఆల్ ద పీపుల్ మేకింగ్ మనీ, వీఆర్ నాట్ మేకింగ్ మనీ. సో వీ డోంట్ వర్క్ ఫర్ అస్. మెజారిటీ ఇండియన్స్ డోంట్ వర్క్ ఫర్ అస్, వీ వర్క్ ఫర్ అదర్స్. వీ లుక్ ఎట్ అదర్స్. హౌ వీ బై హౌస్, మనకు అవసరమై కొంటామా, లేదంటే పక్కన వాళ్ళందరూ గృహప్రవేశాలకు పిలుస్తున్నారు, మీకు ఇంకా ఇల్లు లేదా అని అడిగారు, అందుకని మనం ఇల్లు కొంటామా? Okay, when it comes to you took a purchasing decision, or your wife or a parents or a mother-in-law, father-in-law force made you to take decision. This is how we take decisions. Okay, so either for FOMO, like fear of missing out, already properties are growing, we are not growing, and sometimes we don't take decision, we keep money in fixed deposit, as like Vijay. Of course, that's the right strategy, but and we keep losing lot of money on inflation. Okay, and the trust decision, your friend, your relative, someone invested in it. First of all, he doesn't know how to do. Is he professional investor? Obviously no, but you trust him and you take decisions based on his trust, because పోతే ఇద్దరు పోతారు, వస్తే ఇద్దరికి వస్తుంది. Relatives, are they experts in finance? Are they experts in buying the properties, real estate? Are they experts in metal? లేదు. But we trust them because we don't trust ourselves. We have to trust someone. In the end, we trust God. I'm doing good to everyone, I will get good. Yes? So, this is what happening to majority people and taking decisions. So, when you target some goal, like a 10 crore, 25 crore or 100 crore, you need to, the bigger the goal it is, the better financial decisions you need to make. That is one. Second is, if you have less money, you have to make sure you have less mistakes. Each mistake will cost you a lot of money, time and lot of emotional, it will cost you. Okay? Even if you are a good person or a bad person, okay? If you jump from 10th floor, you will die. Even someone do 10 murders and you donated 10 crore. If you jump from 10th floor, both will die. Right? So, by taking wrong decisions, expecting right results will not create wealth. Okay? So, learn about how to take financial decisions, so it will help you in a wealth creation. And I have many case studies, just ఒకటి నేను పెట్టాను. Recently one person came to me saying that he lost 2 crore rupees. ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ సరస్ సిటీ క్యాపిటల్ మాల్ దగ్గర ఏవి సొల్యూషన్స్ అనే ట్రేడింగ్ కంపెనీలో హీ కెప్ట్ మనీ. ఓకే, హీఈస్ రిటైర్డ్ గాయ్. బంజారా హిల్స్లో నేను ఉండేటప్పుడు అక్కడ మా నైబర్ అన్నమాట. సో అప్పుడు మాట్లాడాడు, అప్పుడు ఒక ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ గురించి చెప్పాడు. ఓకే, ఈ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ బాగుంటుంది, ఐఎమ్ రిసీవింగ్ మంత్లీ 3% రిటర్న్స్ అన్నాడు. ఓకే ఓకే గ్రేట్, బట్ నేను కూడా చెక్ చేస్తా అని చెప్పి చెక్ చేస్తా. చెక్ చేస్తే ఐ అండర్స్టూడ్ దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఫ్రాడ్ డీల్. And then I told him, see, whatever the money you kept, if you are ఇంక బయటకు తీయడం ఇంట్రెస్ట్ లేకపోతే ఉంచండి, బట్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఎక్స్ట్రా రిటర్న్ ఆర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో మీ క్యాపిటల్ బయటకు తీసేయండి అని చెప్పా. సో హీ ఇన్వెస్టెడ్ ఇనిషియల్లీ 1 crore and it became 2 crore. I asked him to withdraw 1 crore, keep that 1 crore interest. But what he did, he took home loan and invested 1 more crore. And his son is a software engineer in TCS. He is working there. And one day he came to me with a crying face. ఏంటంటే ఏవి సొల్యూషన్స్ లేదన్నాడు. ఓకే, దిస్ జస్ట్ వన్ కేస్ సినారియో, 100 కేసెస్ ఉన్నాయి అలాగా. బికాస్ రైట్ నౌ ఐఎమ్ డీలింగ్ విత్ 6,500 clients with our system and framework. So we have many case studies, people losing money by investing. Either it might be a buyback deal, or it might be a startup investment, or it might be a trading related, or it might be a movie investment. And recently అయితే ఒక సినారియో చూస్తే there the guy lost 8 crore rupees by not checking one point in his agreement. టోటల్ అగ్రిమెంట్ లో జస్ట్ ఒక పాయింట్ మెన్షన్ చేశాడు, ఈయన చూసుకోవాలా, సైన్ చేస్తాడు. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ అదేంటంటే ఒక హీ హ్యాజ్ అ ల్యాండ్ అండ్ ఆయన కన్స్ట్రక్షన్కి ఇచ్చాడు. కన్స్ట్రక్షన్కి ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత దే హ్యావ్ టు కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ ద హౌసెస్ అండ్ గివ్ హిజ్ షేర్ కదా, ల్యాండ్ లార్డ్ షేర్. బట్ ఆ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాననే పాయింట్ అక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు. ఎప్పుడు ఈ కాంట్రాక్ట్ నుంచి ఎగ్జిట్ అవ్వచ్చు అనేది మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు. 4 years అయింది, ఆయన ఇంకా బేస్మెంట్ అయ్యేలా. ఇస్ ల్యాండ్ కంప్లీట్లీ స్ట్రక్. ఇఫ్ హీ వాంటెడ్ టు గో టు కోర్ట్, అగైన్ హీ నోస్ దట్ ఇట్స్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ హెడేక్, కోర్ట్ విల్ టేక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్. Most of the people either they do invest in a wrong deals and they lose capital, or their capital is struck majority times, or they don't take any decision. If they don't take any decision because of the no decision, it will cost them in compounding. Okay, so 1.37 crore if you start today, and 25 lakh investment at 18%, in 10 years it will become 1.37 crore. If you delay just 2 years, it will become 98.6 lakhs. If you delay 5 years, it will become 57.1 lakh. Okay, so this is how either మనం డెసిషన్ తీసుకున్న ప్రాబ్లమే, నో డెసిషన్ అన్నా కానీ ఇట్స్ ఎ ప్రాబ్లం. సో వీ నీడ్ టు టేక్ డెసిషన్స్ ప్రాపర్లీ. ఓకే, అండ్ ఇందులో మనకు వచ్చేది ఏంటంటే ఇన్సూరెన్స్ ఏజెంట్లు వస్తారు, మ్యూచువల్ ఫండ్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటర్స్ వస్తారు, బ్యాంక్ మేనేజర్స్ వస్తారు మన దగ్గరికి, అండ్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ వాళ్ళు వస్తారు. దే కీప్ కమింగ్ అండ్ టెల్లింగ్ అబౌట్ మల్టిపుల్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ ఆప్షన్స్. Okay, and we fall for one, and then we can't come out of it, or we will lose money, or we will accept the fate. This is what happening for the majority times. So the missing middle class, where the serious capital should live, anedi majority people doesn't have any kind of an idea. So actual money is in curated private opportunities, structured deals lo undi ivanni kuda manam pattinchukomu. We always follow the market noise, and మనకు తెలిసిన వాళ్ళ ట్రస్ట్ ని బట్టి మనం వెళ్ళి ర్యాండమ్ డీల్స్ లో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. ఓకే, దెర్ ఇస్ నో ప్రాపర్ రూమ్ ఫర్ క్యాపిటల్ ప్లేయర్స్ టు ఇన్వెస్ట్. ఓకే, ప్రాపర్ గా అనలైజ్ చేసే వాళ్ళు ఎవరు మనకి లేరు. అండ్ వాట్ స్మార్ట్ ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ చేసేది ఏంటంటే దే హ్యావ్ టు అలొకేట్ ద క్యాపిటల్ ప్రాపర్లీ. దే డూ రియాక్టివ్ గా కాకుండా సిస్టమేటిక్ గా ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తారు. మూడోది ప్రొడక్ట్ ఫోకస్డ్ కాకుండా ఫిలాసఫీ ఫోకస్ లో దే కీప్ ఇన్వెస్టింగ్. ఫిలాసఫీ. ఓకే, అండ్ మెజారిటీ పీపుల్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ నాయిస్ making people lose more money than anything else. If you want to choose any kind of an alternate investment, I will explain what are all the alternate investments. So you should have a proper system, a proper filter mechanism to identify a deal, a proper framework, and a proper room. Okay, even if you buy a 10,000 rupees shirt, అది బాగా టైట్ అయితే ఏం చేస్తారు? Can you use? If it is too tight,
We'll wait until we get
that will never happen. So it will be in our wardrobe for 5 years or 7 years, and it will go to donation. Yes. So ఇక్కడ షర్ట్ రాంగ్ ఉందా? షర్ట్ ఈస్ ద బెస్ట్ షర్ట్. 10,000 రూపీస్ షర్ట్ అంటే బెస్ట్ క్వాలిటీ వస్తుంది. మనది రాంగ్ ఉందా? లేదు. వీఆర్ యాజ్ లైక్ us, బట్ దట్ షర్ట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఫిట్టింగ్ us. So the same way, even there are best deals, if it is not suiting to you, you will lose money or you will stuck in that deal. So one is you have to find out the right deal. Second, you need to choose, is that fitting for your portfolio or not? Okay, these two are very important if you want to multiply your money faster. Okay, this is the 7-star financial growth system. I do help people on moving from zero. A silver star, it will start from that corner, and then gold star like a 20 lakh, and then Platinum Star 75 lakh, and then Diamond Star 1.5 cr, Imperial Star 10 cr, and then Eternal Star 100 cr. Maximum, this is only I do guide. 1000 cr needs my personal time a lot, so I'm guiding only 2 to 3 people in this segment. Okay, this is the 7-star financial growth system we do follow to help the people on taking decisions. So when it comes to alternate segment or the private investments, these are the options available in the market. And how many of you know that? I don't know, but anyhow, I'll explain in detail one by one. Okay, so what makes an investment alternative? Okay, ఒకటి, it should be accessible, it should not be accessible to all. Is mutual funds alternate investment or not? Because it is accessible to everyone. The person who can invest 500 rupees, they get it. The people who can invest 5 crore rupees, they can get it. So it's accessible. Higher minimums. So usually it start with 10 lakh rupees and it will go beyond it. Okay, and less correlated and earlier access. So an investment should be called alternative ante ganaka ee kind of a criteria lo set avali. It should be less accessible, higher minimums undali, less correlated and earlier access. Ivanni నేను explain చేస్తాను when I am explaining one by one. Okay, so specialized investment fund, SIF. How many of you are investing in SIFs? This is one product. So total 12 products I will explain and I will give you knowledge on it. So how many of you know SIF, systematic, so specialized investment plans? The minimum investment starts with 10 lakh rupees. If you want to invest, it's like one level higher to mutual funds and one level lower to PMS, portfolio management services. So the investment starts with minimum 10 lakh rupees and you have to lock in, usually it is the 5-year time, and it will be invested in equities usually. Okay, so this is one kind of an investment product you should understand. The alternate segment, మీ కింద చెప్పా కదా, you should understand multiple products so that you can take better decision. So one is SIF, second is PMS, portfolio management service. So usually many of my clients is doing this. So PMS లో మీరు ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయాలంటే minimum you should have a capital of 50 lakh. If you don't have 50 lakh, you can't get into portfolio management services. Of course, here the fund manager will deal everything. You don't need to do any kind of a trading, but with your proper investments, you can generate better return than mutual funds. So usually what is the return in mutual funds? People show or a distributor show 12%, 15%, right? Here you will get 2 to 3% extra. If you are lucky, you will get 20% plus. There are some PMSs it's generating 24%, even 28% also. How many of you investing in PMS? I think 2-3 people raised hands. Portfolio management. Okay, great. Fine. And there are many PMSs. In that you need to pick the right one. If you choose the wrong one, again you will get fixed deposit kind of a return. And 80% of the PMSs are failing to generate better returns than mutual funds. So you need to choose the right 20%. Okay. This is another investment vehicle if you have a capital. And this is AIF category, alternate investment funds. So there are 3 categories in it, but majority we choose either one category, like a category 2. So what is alternate investment ante దీన్ని like a private investments కి private deals కి యూస్ చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటారు. సో ఈ ఫండ్ లో ఏంటంటే మినిమం ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఇస్ 1 year. మీ దగ్గర 1 year లేకుండా యూ కాంట్ గెట్ ఇన్ టు ఏఐఎఫ్స్. అండ్ ఇక్కడ కూడా దేర్ ఆర్ మెనీ ఏఐఎఫ్స్, alternate investment funds, but only few are performing very well. So if you want to invest any kind of an AIF, you should have 1 crore rupees and you should be filter it out one of the right deal. So recently we pitched one AIF to the clients which invest in pre-IPO of 100 companies. Pre-IPO of 100 companies low it will invest. So the total fund is around 350 crore to 650 crore they targeted. And the minimum, of course, it starts with 25 lakhs. Later you have to invest in tranches, the total 1 crore. So the advantage of it ఏంటంటే pre-IPO లో there is a chance of 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x of returns. Okay, and the problem ఏంటంటే pre IPO లో there are some investments which struck or it will not go to IPO. ఓకే, సో దీనిలో ఏంటంటే యూజువల్గా మనం 1 or 2 డీల్స్, ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫార్మసీ చూసుకుందాం. ఫార్మసీ ఎలా పడిపోయింది? gone down, right? NSE of course is doing well. We invested in NSE when it was the minimum was 1.1 crore plus. See, there are multiple investments pre-IPO which failed. So this fund chooses approximate 100 pre-IPO startups and then invest in that. So after going to IPO or after raising certain their targets, they sell that startups, that means that stocks, and then make money out of that. So the target is going to be 5x to 6x, but the worst case scenario we are expecting 2x. This is the within 5 years, within not even 5 years, it's a 3 years target. 3 to 7 years you need to keep money in this, and the founder is saying 7x they generate return. He is giving calculations or he is telling the strategy everything, but doing well. Okay, AIF is one kind of a category. Next, pre-IPO, I think you guys know. మేమైతే NSEలో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసాం pre-IPO. Of course, there are multiple pre-IPO. One of the successful one is NSE. So NSE ఇనిషియల్గా రీటైల్ ఇన్వెస్టర్స్కి ఇవ్వలేదు IPO, pre-IPO, right? So I think around 700 ఉన్నప్పుడు we gathered 1.5 crore from 6 people and invested in that. And when it was 2,300, we sold it within 2 years. Okay, so we made very good amount of money in the NSE, but it was it's a private circle of 6 members only, not more number of members. But our time low, if normal investor wanted to do, they need to have minimum 1 crore rupees investment. So even if you have 1 crore rupees investment, putting all the money into one pre-IPO is like a bet. It is not a strategy. So I have investors, they can invest 1, 2 CR, 3 CR, 5 CR, but we only took 25 lakh or 50 lakh and then made them invest in multiple pre-IPOs in trenches through SPV. I think you guys know this terminology. Special purpose vehicle, LLP will be started, and in the LLP you will be part of it and then do the investment, and once after the returns we do share accordingly the same similar kind of a percentage. Okay, so this is a pre-IPO segment. Here you will get an advantage of accessing the deals in earlier, but certain right kind of a deals have limitations or it is not accessible. Okay, so here you will get an access. Next, startup and angel investing. So startup investments is another one of the biggest thing, and at the same time it is having highest failure rate. మేము ఈ బైక్ గో అనే దానిలో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసాం లైక్ 2019 అండ్ 2021 మిడ్కి, అంటే అప్రాక్సిమేట్ 20 monthsలో దే గేవ్ 7x రిటర్న్స్. A person who invested 10 lakh became 70 lakh within 20 months. That kind of a scope we never get into any kind of a equity deals. Stocks lo gaani ledante, of course stocks lo vastade, but we have to be very cautious. Usually ఏంటంటే startup investments has that kind of a scope and growth potential to create wealth. Okay, and if you can analyze a startup properly, you can receive very good amount of returns and you can multiply your money faster. Clear? Fine. Next, franchise investment options. So recently we got one deal. ఇది then and there close అయిపోయింది, మా దగ్గరికి వచ్చేటప్పటికే క్లోజ్ అయిపోయింది ఇది. See, the right deals don't even come to normal people because then and there close అయిపోతూ ఉంటాయి. One of my friend is managing 3,500 CR of one family. 3,500 CR of one family, and he do get multiple deals, and whenever a deal suits to us, he will recommend to us. He recommended this to us. Okay, so the investment required is 10 CR. You can sit with Samantha, Jenilia, that celebrity circle. It's one of the pickleball event kind of a deal, and he said that you have to meet one guy. Before meeting that guy, it was closed, the 10 CR fund. Okay, This is how real deals happens. So there are franchise investments, the cloud kitchen related or the food related brands. There are multiple investment opportunities available, and at the same time you should not go with all your money to any kind of a deal. Okay, you have to find partners and invest together so that you will have a better advantage. If it is successful, you can start one more franchisee. If it is failing, you will minimize your risk. If you go with all your money and started something, if you lose money, you don't have another option to do another mistake. So business deals, revenue shares, acquisitions, we do get all these things. So business deals mean ఒక 2 years back we got one business deal. అదేంటంటే ఒక పొలిటీషియన్ కి he needed 5 crore fund and he is giving the guarantee of his house guarantee కింద ఉంది. of course registration కూడా అయిపోతుంది and we need to give the fund of 5 crore and once after the election he will give 7.5 CR. It is a period of 6 months. He was needed a fund of 6 months. So these are all called business deals. Even sometimes some companies ask money for a certain time. Okay, usually in that scenario ఏంటంటే companies కి FDs ఉంటాయి. ఇవన్నీ we should not do any kind of a without guarantee. We should not do. You should have a strong guarantee and liquid guarantee. If it is house, it should be registered. మళ్ళీ అది అయిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళు వచ్చి రిజిస్టర్ చేయడం అలాంటివి పెట్టుకోకూడదు. It should be registered and you will register back. It should be in that way. And if it is a company asking for a fund, you should take OD. Okay? And then give that, or else sometimes you may lose money. And how many of you done invoice discounting? Made money? Lost money?
Capital is not cost.
Okay. Okay. So it's like Vaikuntha Pali. So you have to be very careful in playing this game. Fine. REITs, I think it's a regular investment vehicle. You guys know REITs, but the REITs we do. Recently we did one deal. You can partner with ICICI. It's not customer to ICICI. It's not registering or becoming something with the ICICI. You can directly be a partner in a LLP of a ICICI. Okay. So the deal is 25 CR is the minimum investment. They are buying a commercial real estate property in Mumbai. So there are two options. One is 25 CR, another is 50 CR. And there the fund manager will come and talk to you if you have the 25 CR capital. Okay. So it's almost guaranteed. Previously they gave 16% returns to clients. And now they are offering, of course the guarantee part is 12%, but in between 12% to 18% they can generate and give you. Okay, so total 350 crore one property they are buying, and in that you will become a partner, literally partner, and you will own that property, commercial property. Okay, so but REITs higher deals will be like this. If you have proper capital, choosing right partner also one of the best decision you should take. Next is bank auction properties. So usually many people who are in loans, they can't repay the loan. So they leave the property or they tell to bank that I can't repay the loan amount. So the bank keep that property for an auction. Usually this in between 10% to 20% cheap ga available ఉంటుంది. But if you need to, if you can analyze that property properly, then it will be a lot of advantage for you. If you can't analyze and if you get into wrong deal, even bank auction properties also have a some kind of wrong things in that. You have to check all things very carefully and then buy the or go for a bidding. Okay, bank auction properties. And దీనిలో కూడా residential and commercial రెండు ఉంటాయి. So usually I do recommend commercial. I don't recommend the residential because residential they keep all of emotions and then buy the property. Once they are vacating that property, they will some kind of negative energy will be there. But the commercial property they don't mind that much. So commercial properties would be better in the bank auction. If you choose right deal, you can make at least 20% to 30% more money than common people. Next, family office investments are co-investments. So, నేను చెప్పిన 3,500 crore, my friend, is family office related is doing. So, family office investments లో ఏమవుతుందంటే they will get the best deals. As they have money, everyone knows that they have money, and they get the best deals in a very earlier stage. These guys got even Zomato, Swiggy related deals kuda. Even let's assume if we have some 1 crore rupees, we will have a financial advisor, either insurance agent or a mutual fund distributor. If we have some 10 crore rupees, we will have a financial planner or a certified financial planner working for us. So when it comes to family offices, they have 1,000 crore, 2,000 crore fund. So they can't go with one insurance agent or a mutual fund distributor or a financial planner. They have to deal. They have a team. One office is there in high-tech city. Okay, there 3 CAs and some 5 to 6 member staff sit and analyze each and every deal every day. Of course, they do take care of the finances also, their businesses related. But these people, one of the core role is they have to analyze the properties or deals and then filter and make them invest. So the family is with I think 9 members family, and a family 9 మంది ఉంటారు. These people have to explain each and everything to that 9 members. It's a very hectic job. No, even with 100 CR plus, generally family offices investments కి వెళ్తారు. Even 10 CR, 25 CR కూడా వెళ్తుంది usually. But no need up to certain stage. So తక్కువలో కూడా వెళ్ళొచ్చు, but it is expensive కదా. The maintaining a team or maintaining people is expensive. It is not worth to take the private family offices. Even మనం ట్రస్ట్ లని అంటాం కదా, like to save your properties you keep money in a trust, don't keep money in a direct your name, your wife will take or the legal people will take, so keep money in trust. So that's true, but that is after a point of some number. Adi 10 CR gani 25 CR gani trust works better. But if you are going with 1 CR or 1.5 CR with the trust, that expenses you can't bear. Okay, even inka cheppalante starting a company in abroad, Dubai, Singapore, starting a company abroad is taxes తగ్గుతాయి, ట్యాక్స్ లో జిఎస్టీ పే చేయక్కర్లేదు, ఈ టైప్ లో ఉంటాయి. బట్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు జనరేట్ సర్టన్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ రెవెన్యూ ఇయర్, దెన్ ఓన్లీ ఇట్ విల్ బి ప్రాఫిటబుల్. ఇఫ్ యూ స్టార్ట్ అవుట్, ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ విత్ 10 lakh రెవెన్యూ ఆర్ 20 lakh రెవెన్యూ, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ అ రైట్ వే ఆఫ్ డూయింగ్ ఇన్ అబ్రాడ్. ఓకే, సో ఇట్ డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్. నెక్స్ట్,
For VC company and all, we need SEBI approval, right? For family office, do we need any SEBI approval or anything?
they have structures, so they don't need, of course, usually they will have SEBI related approval. That is one kind of a category. Second category, they hire CAs and then manage it, their fund. So for that they don't need. Example, a financial consultant want to work with multiple clients, then the SEBI is required, SEBI approval, I think RIA. And if it is they're working for one family or 2 family, mostly they don't take. So the next thing is movie and film funding. So we know that ఒక మూవీ స్టార్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత విత్ ఇన్ బడ్జెట్ డైరెక్టర్ కాంట్ ఫినిష్ ద మూవీ. సో ద ప్రొడ్యూసర్ ఏం చేయాలి? వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు మూవీ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్స్, వెన్ ద ప్రొడ్యూసర్ ఈజ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ఫండింగ్, దే నీడ్ ఫండింగ్. Okay, and it is a short term, like a 3 months or a 6 months until the movie released into OTT. So here people required some kind of a funding, maybe 1 CR or a 3 CR or a 5 CR. Okay, and it is having higher return potential, 18%, 20%, 30% return potential it is having. But what is the guarantee? If you invested in a movie, what is the guarantee? So there is a guarantee from the streaming partners, either Netflix or Amazon Prime. They do give a certain kind of a commitment, and once after the release of the movie, they take into their platform.
Is the capital guaranteed or it will be limited?
Capital guaranteed. Yeah. Of course, it depends on deal to deal. Depends on deal to deal. Okay.
So you take up capital guarantee deals or will you do?
I am telling options available. I am not telling what I am doing. I am just telling you, giving you knowledge related to what are all the options available. And I do get multiple deals. If you are in our circle, we can tell you what is the deal, and based on that, we will guide usual. There is a ICICI fund which will specifically invest in movies by taking this as a guarantee. So I have two options. Of course, I have three options. Two are from institutional, and one is from one of my friends started this, and she's doing that movie related investments in a smaller scale. So all they have, all kind of a deals have certain kind of a guarantee, that is a streaming related guarantee. Once it's streamed into any kind of an Amazon or a Netflix kind of a platform, first they settle the amount to us, and then they give the money to the producer. Institutions have that partnership. So there are some institutional investments if you wanted to do in a movies, especially there are certain funds. So if you invest in that, obviously your money will go into that movies related, and after maybe 3 years or a 5 years lock in, you will get the returns accordingly. Yeah. So both are there. Next, international investments. So your money you can move globally and can get it back. So 5 years back, if you move 1 crore out of India and you didn't generate any returns out of India and just took it back, you know how much is the return? You moved 1 crore out of India, let's assume Dubai, and got it back to India. Now, after 5 years, you didn't generate any returns. Yes. Correct. Of course, taxation and inflation anyhow it will be there. We are not discussing about it. But see, because of the rupee depreciation, the value grown more than 20%. And if it could generate, example, Dubai real estate gave 6% or 7% returns. Real estate, if you invest in Dubai 5 years back or something like that, and if you sell the property now, it obviously it gave 7% return, fixed return for a certain period of time. Of course, now it is in some kind of a trauma, but there are options like that, international investment. And even in Sri Lanka, I went to Sri Lanka, and there one fund manager pitched his product. Okay, I told I can't invest in Sri Lanka because we are more of into US, UK, all this now. So I look at him cheaply, and then I came out of Sri Lanka. But he generated 46% return that year. Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka appudu baga padipoyindi kada market. 3 years, 4 years back nearby. They went into certain kind of a stage, and then they grown. So our stage low, the money grown nothing like anything. And another fund undi andulo it generated 150% return. That means 10 lakhs became 25 lakhs. Yeah. So there are deals, there are opportunities. Based on your profile, you need to choose what is right for you. Okay. So now I will give you a framework on how to pick that. So usually better you guys take the foot of this. If they do well in the business, we will get good amount of money back or returns, or else it's a failed. So when I look at all the opportunities, I didn't feel that is that much exciting to invest. So I didn't invest in any co-working. Of course, they told multiple things, but it's not that attractive compared to others. Because one after one, I'll get best of the best opportunities. So if I invested here, another will be a problem. So I can guide the people as like, what is that? Prashant Kishore. Yeah. So for me, of course, I am doing well, and I got financial freedom, and even my business got financial freedom. So we are doing well, but there is a dilemma for me. Okay, but I can guide people well. So whenever you wanted to invest in any kind of an investment, you need to look at the 3 categories. One is liquidity, second is risk, third is return. Okay, please take a photo of this. And when it comes to 12 categories, this falls under this. What is the risk? What is the return range? What is the liquidity? And without looking at it, if you just blindly investing, you will be in a trouble. So there are limitations also. Minimum ticket size 10 lakh, 50 lakh, 1 crore. Even there are AIFs 1 crore. There are some certain AIFs. It will start with 5 year. These 5 year AIFs are very less accessible to normal people. It will generate very good returns. 2 year AIFs are there. business deals, REITs, all. Okay. Once after going back to home, please check it. So it will be helpful. And next, ఇది ఆల్రెడీ నేను మల్టిపుల్ టైమ్స్ చెప్పాను, నెవర్ డిప్లాయ్ ఆల్ యువర్ క్యాపిటల్ ఇంటూ వన్ డీల్ ఆర్ వన్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ ఆర్ వన్ టైమ్ పీరియడ్. Segregate, allocate as like rich people. Okay, let's assume you hired a carpenter. Do you pay him monthly or daily, or cement work or whatever? Usually they get, the coolies who are working there get daily payments, right? When it comes to middle class people, they get monthly income as like a salary. When it comes to upper middle class segment, they get in annual variable pay. What is variable pay? Based on the company's performance, you will get in an annual. Okay. Of course, normal people kuda adu untadi. Even normal people get it. When it comes to rich people, they calculate time in decades. This 10 years, next 10 years, next 10 years. So the lower the time calculation you are going into, the lower level of thinking we do get into. Okay? Rich people think in decades, poor people think in days. Middle class people think in years. Year, next year or next year. So if you want to create massive wealth, you need to think in decades. 10 years, how much wealth I can generate? What should be my portfolio after 10 years? What should be my portfolio after 20 years? If you think Adani or Ambani, do you think they do calculate for yearly returns? Because their projects itself will take 5 to 7 years to complete. Any kind of a normal project. So they definitely should calculate in 20 years time or 30 years time. Next 20 years, how much wealth I am going to acquire. So if you want to multiply your money faster, you should calculate in decades. So accordingly, you should split it into 40%, 35% or 25% on different investment vehicles. You need to choose so that you don't lose money and you will gain the best returns out of your money. Okay. Next, the liquidity factor majority people miss. If you need money in 1 year or 2 years, don't go into any kind of a private deals or equity. Just keep money in fixed deposits. So there will be an urge. If you have money in fixed deposit, there will be an urge. I should do something with this. You have to hold that. Okay. Controlling your emotions plays better or a major role in your life than anything else on a wealth creation journey. If you can't control your emotions, if you have 50 lakh, you're thinking like buying the property, buying the car, going to holiday trip, you can't have more money. I'll buy BMW, I'll buy Audi, I'll buy this house, I'll pay the down payment. It's less risky, ASBL, monthly return. So your money will be locked. If AI comes and wipe off 10% of the jobs of software engineers, Hyderabad real estate will shake that thing like anything. Just 10%. Already lot many properties are available. I think 1 lakh properties in the news they are telling. Yes. Fine. The next framework you need to understand is how much I can make. That is one kind of a question we do keep asking. But the second is how much can I lose? If you have that clarity, you can take better decision. So these are all like a framework slides. How to take decisions kind of I am trying to explain here. Okay. So capital protection first, returns next. So most pitches, whoever explaining their product, they will show their best. So you need to understand what is inside, what is deep inside, and take right decision to invest. Okay. These are the 7 principles of a structured capital deployment. Please take a photo of this. You have to follow certain 7 principles to deploy your capital. So first you have to take care of your capital and you should know your exit and you should evaluate the operator. Operator mean the company founders or co-founders or how they're doing and how they doing certain kind of decisions, all this. And you have to define your investment timeline with the investment. Next, you have to stage your capital and you have to do proper due diligence. And one company gave 7x return within 20 months, not even 2 years. If you deploy properly with a proper structure, you can get the similar kind of stuff. For that, you need to learn. You need to learn and invest. Okay. So the problem is knowing the categories are not enough, knowing the frameworks are not enough, knowing the red flags are not enough. Okay. At the same time, you should get the proper deal flow. You should have a knowledge to understand, and you should be in a room of investors to think rightly. Okay. ఒకటి మన తెలుగులో ఉంది కదా, you are the average of your 5 best friends. If your friend circle discussing about EMIs and loans, you will definitely be in EMIs and loans. If your friend circle is discussing about all better investment, alternate investments, you will be in the best deals. So one is you have to either change friend circle or you have to change yourself. Okay. If you are in a room where you are so poor, you are in a better room. In your room, you should be the poor. All the other people should be rich enough, and all the other people should be running businesses, growing rapidly, and should be doing well than you, so that you can learn and grow. You are the topper in your group. All the people will get from you, and you can't grow. In which kind of a room you are in which kind of a circle you are in, you have to carefully analyze and take decisions. All your friends are drinkers, obviously you will be. If your all friends are smokers, obviously you will be. These are all the different verification processes you need to follow to qualify a private deal. So usually there are layers. You will get multiple deals, as like initially 30 deals I could able to finalize one deal, 1 or 2 deals. Of course 2 deals we finalized. So the similar kind of a structure, if you have proper deal flow, if you are analyzing, you keep learning and investing, so that your money will be multiplied faster. Okay. And there are multiple categories. ఇప్పుడు వరకు నేను చూపించిందంతా కూడా నాకు 10 years బ్యాక్ తెలుసుంటే కనుక I might made lot much money than now, as I was learning and processing. Last 12 years నేను ఇదే చేస్తున్నా కాబట్టి it took me lot of time to come to this private circle range. Okay. ఇప్పుడు వరకు కూడా చేసాము, బట్ హైయర్ లెవెల్లో చేయలేదు. వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ నౌ ఇన్ అ ప్రాపర్ స్ట్రక్చర్డ్ వే ఆఫ్ ద ప్రైవేట్ డీల్స్. ఓకే. సో దెర్ ఆర్ 2 parts. One is if you ask us to help you in all your finances to manage it, from fixed deposits to goal setting to the private deals, we have a membership called Platinum membership. Here we do charge 2.5 lakh one-time admission fee, and complete your money management will be taken care by us. It's for 1 year, 2.5 lakh, and every year there will be a renewal. But why I kept 2.5 lakh here? It's an admission fee. Here we ask your income, we ask your expenses, we ask your details, total goals, everything, and then work together on complete financial framework to create multifold of wealth. So in this process, it hardly takes 1 week time. In this process, after paying 2.5 lakh, if you are not fitting to our goals, if you are not setting in our framework, then we will refund. Even if you feel whatever we discussed with you, we are not fitting for you, you can exit. There will be a 100% refund. Yeah. So this is the admission fee. Once we are okay and we are continuing, there will be an yearly fee of some 80,000, and we make sure you reach certain goals. The goal should start with 10 CR and it may be up to 100 CR. Okay. And the next thing is the private capital circle. The private capital circle, as like now, we do meet in a hotel monthly once, and we did discuss about the private deals. After my session, there will be a private deal session. They going to pitch one product. The similar way, every month we are going to meet and discuss about private deals and knowledge and discussions related to the private deal. So just for the qualification purpose, I kept 25,000 as a yearly fee for this. and whenever we meet in a hotel, there will be a lunch or a breakfast or a dinner. So it is going to be 2,000 rupees for that meal you need to pay. So it is going to be a private discussion. It is consists of 50 investors, proper investors. Okay. I think all of you we filtered whether you have 50 lakh or a 1 crore, at least 25 lakh, like that we do filtered and bring you here, right? The similar way that private discussion or the private capital circle will have a investor circle. All the people will think as like us, and we do network. If you have any business, you can promote into the to the other people in the business, and we do together try to grow and reach growth. Okay, whatever the goals we set, like a 10 crore or a 25 crore or a 50 crore or a 100 crore, we try to meet. Okay, and I will try to explain that in the end of the session also today, the normal generic way of reaching or growing the money. But this is the private circle we form, and if you want to participate in any, you can participate. Platinum membership, instead of you taking decisions, we take decisions on behalf of you. It's a decision making framework completely. So how many of you can repair a car? No one? Ayyo.
We stop buying cars. Start hiring it.
Okay, how many of you can repair AC? So when it needs a repair, what do? You call a expert in it. Okay, and why you didn't raise the hand? Because you are sure about, you didn't learn about AC fixation or a car mechanic related, right? How many of you trained on money management, insurance, mutual funds, loans, credit cards, deals, all this? Who is taking decisions on it? So if you don't learn something and trying to do, what will happen? If you don't learn car repair and you're trying to do the car, that repair, what will happen? But here the best advantage is car will not move, and the repair cost maybe 10,000 or 20,000 avutadi. You will immediately understand. When it comes to money management, you will understand at the age of 65. Until then, you don't know whether you managed your money properly or not managed your money properly. Okay? From my side, it is like a charity, you can think. The platinum membership offer is the best offer for you. Fix that, and if you feel it is not suitable or you are not gaining anything out of that, ask for the refund. It is the best deal you got in entire today session. Okay? So think about it. Platinum membership. And the private capital circle, if you want to be in a room of investors, you think about it and try to join. So every month we do discuss certain investment opportunities and invest in that. Okay? At least for learning purpose, it will be useful if you can't invest. Usually I do tell to people that the more I charge, the more happy you feel. Even platinum has eligibility criteria, right question, thank you so much. I am giving platinum membership for the people who have at least 50 lakh and above, either one category that is, or else the people monthly income should cross 2.5 lakh or a 3 lakh. And the people who cross the 20 lakh per month income, we have another elite membership. There we charge 25 lakh and then guide them on alternate investments. Okay, 20 lakh plus. So hardly 3 lakh to 20 lakh category, this platinum 2.5 lakh is an admission fee. And if you don't feel, that means if you feel you are not suitable to us, or if we feel you are not suitable, in both the cases we exit from that relationship within 1 week to 10 days. Okay, and if we feel both together can work and generate good amount of returns or can see good progress, then we will continue our journey. Fine. So if you have less than 3 lakh per month income, there is another membership. We charge 1 lakh plus GST, and like that. There are video courses also. We do just sell for 1500 rupees. So there are lot much content is there for me. Okay, since 12 years I produced enough content. We have live programs, we have seminars, we have webinars, and all over the world I have 6,500 clients, and our Google reviews itself is more than 1,000. Happy Coin Hyderabad, search in Google, you can get 1,000 plus Google reviews, and video reviews are more than 100. We have a YouTube channel called Happy Coin Fintech Telugu. So I am serving only Telugu people majorly. Recently for platinum membership I started working with other language people also, but mostly the communication is in English. Okay, so but very less people out of Telugu community, and there are NRIs and all this. So from tomorrow, would you like to invest with a structure, or would you like to go random? If you want to sign up for any kind of a program, there will be a application fee. So for platinum membership, you can scan this, and the application fee is going to be 10,000 rupees. And after this, you will get an application. After filling that, if we say okay, you can pay the remaining 2.4 lakh and join in our program. And if you are doing, if you want to join in a private capital circle, you just need to pay 2,500 now. It's a 25,000. So, and once after analyzation, you can pay the remaining 22,500. Okay. So first, you need to sign up for this. You need to pay fee, and after that, you will receive within 24 hours. You will receive a application. After analyzation, you can join in our membership program. Okay. So the platinum membership, we do handle 10 clients in a month. We don't take more than that. So day before yesterday, we had one event in Trident for doctors especially, and I think 3 people signed up for it. 3 doctors are signed up for it. So 7 seats are free. I think 2 CAs also in line, 2 chartered accountants. If you want to be part of it, take a decision and manage your money well, so that you can create wealth faster. Okay. Last ఇంకొక పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే, we do earn money for a certain amount of time, maybe 10 years, 20 years, right, after starting a career, or 30 years. So money management is more important than earning money. But majority people focus on earning money and earning more money. They don't think about managing it effectively. Okay, if I have time, I'll show in the end how the money management can impact your decisions. And attending this session this month and attending this session next month, how much change you are going to get. Okay, in the end, I'll try to show if I have time. If I don't have time, I'll try to have a webinar. So we all will connect in a webinar and discuss more deep into that, and then connect once again. Okay, I think I cleared majority stuff. I think you guys took photos also. I'll share some screenshots, so it will be helpful. Okay, we'll connect again, no problem. We will have webinars, and even seminars also we will try, and we'll connect and discuss further. Okay, that's it guys. Thank you so much. We'll meet again.